Why do we even have a Department of Education? You can't even find the word education in our Constitution. Well, it's what America's all about, that the power should reside, as the 9th and 10th Amendments say, all power that is not explicitly granted to the federal government is reserved to the people and the states. Public officials have completely ignored that for 50 years. So our founders always believed that education would be a state and local matter. It should be. We must improve our schools. Our schools are failing our kids, not just the inner city schools, but even suburban schools. You look at the tests, they're just dismal. We now rank below average among the OECD countries, well below average. If you look at what's happening with the test scores over time, they've declined substantially, and even that was happening even before COVID. Now, COVID, the outrage of our teachers' union shutting down our schools was an unforgivable case of child abuse. We know what works. I mean, you have to do three things. First of all, you have to have a curriculum that's teaching the basics. That's obvious. Second of all, you have to have discipline in the classroom, which in so many cities doesn't even exist. I mean, I've been in the inner city schools. It would bring tears to your eyes to see what happens in those schools. And finally, you need high standards. You know, the kids have to meet high standards. What we're doing is the opposite, by the way. We're lowering the standards so the kids can get higher grades. No, we should keep the standards high, make sure that the kids are catching up to the standards, not vice versa. Part of this is just the DEI thing. Even if you look at the American history textbooks, you know, they are horrid. And you know, I love American history. It is one of the greatest stories ever in mankind. We have sins in our past, and we need to expose those. We're not perfect people, but we are I always say we are the one great and only successful multicultural success story where we are a melting pot of people from all over the world, and that should be celebrated. There's a reason why everyone in the world wants to come to the United States. We are the beacon of freedom, but how many of our kids are taught that? Not many. The world is going to change in a very rapid fashion. We need to make sure that that our kids, that the most important muscle in your body is the one right between your ears. And we're doing great disservice to our kids when we miseducate them. And unfortunately, that's what the public schools are doing. Now, there's a really good news part of this story, though. We are at the advent of an incredible school choice revolution in this country. It's hit the red states in a big way. I was just out in Arizona. You know, you've got a huge number of kids that are now in charter schools, private schools, Catholic schools, Jewish schools, Montessori schools, math schools, and you know, we're putting the power back in the hands of the parents and the kids. And pretty soon, I think that this movement is even going to start to hit the states like New York and New Jersey and California, because parents are demanding empowerment. And that's really what school choice is all about. I do believe in the value of a liberal arts education. I have one myself. But College at the Ozarks is called Hard Work U. That's their nickname. And do you know what the tuition at College at the Ozarks is? Zero. No tuition. Now, how can they educate these kids and not charge them tuition? Every kid on campus works 20 hours a week while they're in school. What a concept. Make 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds work. The earlier in your life you start working, the more successful you are. So these kids that are spending all this time on the internet and finding this weird stuff, they wouldn't have time to do that if we put them to work and we really made school challenging for them. Our founders always believed that education would be a state and local matter. It should be. And what we're seeing now, which is exciting, is Donald Trump believes exactly what the Constitution says, that we need to return this power to the states. And that's going to improve school performance because, boy, do we need it.